Alright guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good weekend. I know I am. Here's your Sunday sweet tea with Don B. Alright guys, so I've heard you. And I know what you want. So I'm going to give you what you want. A lot of you have reached out to me, and of course my email is on my About tab on my YouTube page. So if you ever want to email me, you can go to my About tab, and it's it's there for you to see. So I've gotten a lot of requests to talk about David Dodson and the church in the Summer Wells investigation. So over the next few days, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about David Dodson and the church a little bit next few days, and see what you guys think. A lot of you have emailed me and said, hey, can you cover David Dodson? You've not really touched that much on David Dodson during this whole investigation. I got to thinking about it. I thought, well, I haven't really. And then I got to thinking about it some more. And yeah, there's actually a lot right there that we can discuss. There's a lot in there that we can discuss that I think a lot of you guys will find interesting. So yeah, that's going to be coming up, and hope you enjoy that. So I guess this will be the first episode, so let's get into it. Oh, and before I do that, thanks to all my subs, members, and everybody. Thanks for watching the channel. Great way to support me is just watch the video all the way through. Share it if you know anybody that would like to hear this stuff. Yeah, let's jump into the first episode here of this whole ordeal. So June 15th, Summer goes missing. Candace calls Dawn. They call the police. Well, Candace actually makes a few phone calls. She calls Hunter, she calls Dawn, and then she calls I guess she tried to get a hold of Robin, but she couldn't get a hold of Robin. So I guess she got a hold of David Dodson. Now see, I didn't know David Dodson was that close to Dawn and Candace to where in an event like this, she would reach out to David Dodson. You know what I mean? Out of all the people in that church, she reached out to David Dodson, and Candace reached out to Robin. Well, that's backwards. I guess she tried to get a hold of Robin first, and then she got a hold of David. And then I guess I'm still sketchy on who went and picked up who. I don't know if Robin went and picked up David or David went and picked up Robin. But I'm thinking they met up. And David, if you would love to do an interview with me, I'd love to do a in-depth interview with you. Nothing, just a casual interview. Nothing, no fireworks, nothing like that. I'm not all into that. It's just something. I don't think David's really given a in-depth interview of his accounts of what happened that night. You know what I mean? Robin has. Robin sat down with Chris McDonough and done an in-depth interview. But Robin's actually sat down with a bunch of news agencies and stuff like that and talked to them. She's done a lot of news reports. David, he done, I think, like one or two brief interviews with the news. He played his flute. But other than that, he's really not given like his account of what all happened that night. And it'd be interesting, guys. I think it'd be interesting to hear David's account of what all happened that night. How tore up everybody was, basically. The difficulties that maybe he heard of search and rescue, the difficulties that maybe they were having, the first, when they got there, because they were like fresh into it, and maybe search and rescue were already having difficulties, you know what I mean, because it was dark. So maybe David could give a pretty good detailed description of kind of what was going down that night, with search and rescue and just the whole atmosphere of everything at 110 Ben Hill Road on June 15th, the evening of June 15th. It'd be, I think, well, and you guys too, you guys are the one that reached out to me about it. I think it'd be pretty cool to hear David's account of what all happened that evening, But I mean, it's up to him, he don't have to. But again, David, if you want to reach out to me, my email's in my about page, or in my about section on my YouTube channel. I think it would be really cool to hear David's story and his account of what happened that night at 110 Ben Hill Road. So guys, that's basically it. Let me know what you think. Do you think it would be interesting to hear David's account of what happened that evening? Oh Lord, someone's done turned on the dryer. Sorry about the noise, guys. Somebody done turned the dryer on me. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Drop some comments below, and we'll continue this with some more. I'm gonna talk about some more stuff here next few days with David and the church and stuff like that. So if you like it, share it. Tune back in. I'll be back on here tomorrow with some more stuff for you. And hey, it's what you requested. I listened to you guys, so we'll talk about it, and I'll see you tomorrow.